here's the thing about all of us. We keep talking about politics. The UAW, they're not endorsing President Biden. Not yet, right? Of course, we know he's going to join now the picket lines in Michigan on Tuesday. So what does it all mean for that blue-collar vote in 2024? Political White House and Washington reporter Dan Lippman joins me now. All right, so Dan, let's be honest. I mean, Biden's going to get the nomination. I mean, he's going to get the endorsement, right? I mean, already you had the head diss President Trump earlier in the week, former President Trump. So it's kind of kabuki theater. But really, I'm more concerned about the rank and file, because in 2016 rather, the rank and file, even 2020, the rank and file really showed out for President Trump.
Yeah, and that's why Biden is going to the picket line. He's probably going to be the first president in U.S. history to strike on a picket line. That doesn't happen normally. And we'll see if President Trump is able to even join the picket line. He's going to do a speech,
right.
But the president of the UAW has said Trump is not welcome. And so they're trying to reverse this slide in poll numbers among non-white working class voters, especially. In 2020, Biden had a 48% advantage among them. Now it's 16 points. And so I think inflation has a big to do with that.
Inflation's huge. It's huge. It's destroying everyone. I mean, it really is. So I'm reading this. I read this article in Compact. Trump can win the union vote in 2024. And the most important thing here, we had this discussion here, the investment, the IRA, right? This big Inflation Reduction Act, which is one of the most horrible names ever, is all about things that hurt workers, right? I mean, it's all the money goes to non-union jobs. So, I mean, again, if I'm sitting there, I'm not an idiot. Okay, I mean, if I'm working at, whether it's the UAW or somewhere else, I'm looking at what you're doing, and we're going to, if I work in the oil and gas industry, you want me to lose my job? If I assemble cars, I'm more likely I got a good chance of losing my job. Why would blue-collar workers continue to vote for the Democrats?
Well, what the Biden campaign is saying is, hey, we have invested in America with semiconductor plants, which is a bipartisan bill sponsored by Senator Todd Young, a Republican from Indiana.
But how does that help the blue-collar worker?
Well,
those six swing states, I don't know how many semiconductor plants are going to be. This is what we're talking about right now, the blue-collar workers, and the UAW is sort of a great proxy for that, right? The rank and file, not the president. He's in bed with Democrats. We know that. But the rank and file, who overwhelmingly overperformed for President Trump in the last couple of elections.
Well, a lot of these plants are not, it's not just engineers from Stanford who are working in these plants. You actually need blue-collar people who are working in these semiconductor plants, which have been announced all across the country. Is that why Taiwan Semiconductors just brought 500 engineers from Taiwan? Well, you need those people too. But I think it's a mix.
Yeah,
Charles,
I don't think you're going to convince blue-collar workers that, hey, you know what, semiconductors is the way to go. Lose your job and we'll retrain you. They've already played that game, right? You know, learn how to code. Yeah, wink, wink. It ain't going to work.
But there's a lot of also. It's not just those chips. Those chips plants. It's also the solar subsidies, the wind power. Someone needs to make those things. Electric vehicle subsidies. Even if some of those workers can't actually buy a Tesla, they are the ones who are making that.
Right, and those, by the way, non-union workers.
I know.
Dan, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.